What's up, YouTube? Johnny Watt here. Gonna give my review of Batwoman Season 1, Episode 15, Off With Her Head. The only gripe I had is in when Mouse had the fear toxin administered, and then Alice gets it too. That canister only holds a finite amount of fear toxin, so it's kind of little stretching credibility there. Otherwise, the rest of it was fine. That Gabby speech in the beginning was pretty cool, and the fact they played it again at the end, I knew that speech was important, because usually speeches in that show are. What else? Oh, the Earth 99 Beth. I had a feeling she was gonna be back. Ooh, it's hot as hell out here. They wouldn't bring her back or bring her on the show just and kill her off. They had to have brought her on that show for a reason, and it's to show us when Beth becomes Alice. Thought that was pretty cool. And the Alice flashbacks were interesting because it gives us more information about what happened to her. I mean, I was right in that she became Alice because of emotional and physical abuse. That is a pretty potent combo. Usually when a character is the villain, it's always the case. It's always physical or emotional abuse that makes them that way. So I figured it was gonna be that combination. The only thing I didn't like is Alice gave the Queen of Hearts way too much power over her. I mean, the Stoics, they have this philosophy of, you can't control events that happen to you, but you can control your reaction to those events. And she's still acting like a scared little kid, and she's not anymore. So, like, I think Alice needed to be an adult. But I guess she's still stuck as a 13-year-old. I'm glad she killed Mabel, though. That bitch deserved it. Especially after all that stuff, like pouring the hot tea on her hands. And it's now we know why she has that scar on her hands. They bring her best there just to show us Alice as a 24-year-old. That was interesting. As far as Kate killing Cartwright, I don't fault her one bit for that. I mean, if I was Kate, I probably would have done the same thing, but she should have listened to Kevin Conroy in the Crisis episode. Because once you take your first life, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. She should have listened to him. Now she's gonna have to kill a lot more. And I don't think she can go back to being the do-gooder Cape Crusader that she was in the beginning of the season. And I am digging that they're going all in on Alice. And all these episode titles, they've had like Alice in Wonderland-esque titles. I know today's episode is Through the Looking Glass. So they're really going in on Alice. And I think this is when we're gonna see Kate in the fun house in this episode. Because with a title like Through the Looking Glass, you can tell there's gonna be some funhouse mirror shenanigans going on. And we're finally gonna see that clip I talked about the last time. So what else? Oh, and Cartwright's little mind games. I think Cartwright knew that he could have cut his carotid artery, and I think he just hurried up and he messed up. I think he could have hit the carotid. And I guess now we know that he knows Jonathan Crane. So I guess my theory was a little off. Because I thought he just sold him the fear talks. I didn't know he was working with him. So that's nice to be wrong in that aspect. What else was I going to talk about? Mabel was a treat. God, I hated that bitch. Of all the fucking motivations you could have given her, you gave her like the most shallowest one. Yeah, she did all that because she's old and she wanted to be young again. It's like, bitch, Alice is gonna get older. She's gonna look like you eventually. So I don't know why she got upset about it and was so obsessed with being young again. And I guess when they showed the earrings, Gabby's earrings in the beginning, I knew that was gonna play a role in this episode, and I wasn't disappointed. Because that's how Beth and Kate ended up killing somebody. It was because of Gabby. But Kate really should have listened to Kevin in that Crisis episode when he was talking about why he killed and all that. She really should have listened. And Mary, like, she should have just came out and said, Kate, I know your secret. But I'm glad that, you know, Mary knows, and she's like the unofficial third member of the Batwoman team. Because Kate's gonna need her help a lot in the rest of this season, I can tell. She needs a doctor. And who better than her stepsister? Because Kate's gonna need a lot of medical attention, especially since she's a vigilante. Half the city wants her dead, so she's gonna need all the help she could get. So, and this episode, they really made Luke annoying. Like, freaking Luke. He really needs to, like, get his thoughts together or something, you know? Stupid that they make him that annoying and, like, clumsy and awkward and shit. You know? I mean, like, Luke, you were at MIT. Right, was it MIT? Or whatever. He went to MIT or something. Like, come on, bro. You're smarter than this. And I didn't like the way he was doubting Mary when they were chasing that lead on Beth's killer. I'm like, Luke, you didn't do shit to try to find her. Killer, like, Mary did all the heavy lifting. I don't get him sometimes. Everybody always fucking underestimates Mary. And that's a mistake on everybody's part. Because she's smart and beautiful. It's a deadly combination, you know. I like how she was acting like that phone call she did with Kate, and then she hangs up and Luke's like, what's happening? And she goes, sorry, Dr. Vigilante Confidentiality. That shit had me dying of laughter. Luke is so freaking clueless, it's like unbelievable. I did like the preview for today's episode. It's cool that we're gonna see, you know, them burying Cartwright's body, and then I like anytime they have more Ruby, Rachel scenes, that more of that dynamic, please. You know, anytime we can get more of Rachel and Ruby together, I'm all for it, because Ruby is the freaking, well, not Ruby, Rachel is like the freaking star of this show. I mean, I know Ruby technically is the lead, but the lead character, but I mean, Rachel steals the show always. She better get nominated for her role in this show, otherwise I'm gonna be very upset, as I'm sure most of the fans would be if she didn't win something. I guess I'm rambling on, so I'm gonna finish it up now. Through the Looking Glass seems like it's gonna be cool episode. This episode was good except for the fear canister part. Like, they should have at least had 2 if they were gonna douse Rachel instead of just the one, as that stretches credibility. I mean, a fear canister only has, a gas canister only can hold so much stuff inside of it before it runs empty. So I mean, that's a little off. But I'm glad we're gonna see Rachel and Ruby burying Cartwright's body in the woods with Jacob. That's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely here for that. And anyways, that's it for today. I guess I'll record another episode today, do my review of the new episode. Feel free to comment if you want, or don't, whatever. That's it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.